Hi everyone, thanks for tuning in again. Today I don't have any great analogy for you, but I did want to show you something really cool that I found as I was looking at some gardening videos. The one I watched was about basil and taking some cuttings and getting them to reroot and then have more plants. And I thought, yesterday I showed you this plant, which I don't know the name for, but you can see it's starting to get really long, and this is kind of wonky. The stem's not very strong, and it needs to be trimmed back. And I wanted to know, well, can I start a whole new plant if I trim this back? So when I watched the video yesterday, it actually gave me an idea of how to do that. So I'm going to take a trim right here, and it's very important where you choose to do that. So I'm going to preserve this part up here, and I'm going to cut right here just below where two leaves are growing out. And that's called a node. And from what I saw in the video, it said that right below the node, the plant will make new roots. So I'm just going to trim that off right there. Whoops, put that down. So then with this plant, what I'm going to do, the stem, I'm going to take off those bottom leaves, and I'm going to take off the next two leaves as well. And then I'm just going to put it in some just plain old water, making sure the node is right down in the water. The leaves are helping to hold that up. And I'm going to put it in a sunny window. And from what I watched on the video, in 2 or 3 days, there will be some new roots that happen there. I might just do that once more with this other really long stem. Again, trying to make sure that I cut it right below a node so that new growth can happen. I'm going to peel all the leaves off except for at the very top. And I'm just going to stick that in the water as well. And I'll keep you up to date on what's happening there. With my cold frame, I have decided that probably tonight I'm going to bring the plants inside. It's supposed to get down below 0 and a danger of frost. And so I don't want those seeds to freeze in there. And I'll put them back out once the weather warms up again. I believe there's a full moon, and that makes it much cooler at nighttime at this time of year for sure. Just as I'm finishing this off, the only other analogy that comes to mind is that just like people, sometimes plants need haircuts. And as you know, all the hair salons are closed up. They're not considered an essential service right now. And I think we're all going to look a little different when we see each other again, unless we can get to the hairdresser first. Have a great day and a very happy Easter. It will be different than what you've experienced before, but you can make the best of it. Happy Easter, everyone.